Welcome to the deep dive. We're here to cut through the noise and pull out what really matters.
That's the goal.
So today, we're looking at the Forbes 2025 list, the top 10 billionaires.
Yeah.
You know, the big names in tech, retail, luxury goods.
One mix of industries.
Right. And our mission, simple. We want to boil down their habits, their philosophies for success, health, wealth, into things you can actually use without getting buried in information.
Yeah, find those aha moments. It's fascinating, despite the different fields, certain core ideas just keep popping up.
Like a common thread running through.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Suggests there's a kind of fundamental playbook for, well, lasting achievements.
Okay, let's dive in then. First up, lifelong learning. Bill Gates is big on this, calls it a key investment. But it's not just like reading randomly, is it? There's more to it.
Oh, absolutely. For Gates and others too, it's very deliberate. It's about acquiring knowledge that connects directly to, current problems or future goals.
So targeted.
Yeah, think specific reading lists based on questions they're wrestling with, or actively finding mentors, maybe even people who disagree with them, to get different perspectives. It's very much learning with purpose.
Got it. Then there's Warren Buffett. Long-term growth.
Yeah.
That slow, steady wins the race idea.
Right, the compounding principle.
But how do they keep that patience? I mean, the world shouts for quick results.
Well, Buffett's discipline comes from really understanding compounding. That small, consistent gains over time lead to, well, huge results.
So they trust the process.
Precisely. Focus on the basics. Ignore the fleeting trends. They actually see time as an advantage, not something working against them.
Okay, let's switch gears. Elon Musk, known for taking massive risks, looks audacious from the outside.
It definitely can look that way.
But it's not just gambling, right? There's a method.
Yeah, there really is. What's fascinating with Musk is his use of first principles thinking.
Breaking it down.
Exactly. Before a big risk, he strips the problem down to its absolute fundamental truths, questions those assumptions, then weighs the potential reward against a downside he's already thoroughly analyzed. It's calculated boldness, really.
Informed boldness. I like that. Okay, what about health? You hear it mentioned, but is it more than just, not getting sick?
Oh, much more. They see peak physical and mental health as like a strategic asset, essential for keeping up performance long term.
So, an investment.
Definitely an investment. It's proactive. Think preventative medicine, optimizing sleep, nutrition. It's about longevity and sharp thinking, not just fixing problems when they appear.
Right, which ties into mental resilience. Must be huge pressure at that level. How do they handle it?
Many use things like mindfulness or meditation, and not just as a trend, but as real tools.
Tools for what, exactly?
For managing stress, staying focused, and crucially, bouncing back faster when things go wrong.
Yeah.
Building that mental clarity under constant fire.
Makes sense. Next up, strategic relationships. Carlos Slim talks about this. It's more than just networking, isn't it?
Way more. It's about building real partnerships, based on trust, shared objectives.
So quality over quantity.
Absolutely. These relationships open doors to different expertise, new chances, and honestly, just vital support, building a strong network around you.
Okay. Diversification. Michael Bloomberg's a good example. Why is spreading things out so vital?
Well, diversification, whether it's money or even skills, it acts like a buffer. Protects against shocks you didn't see coming.
A safety net.
Kind of. And it also makes you more agile, ready to jump on new opportunities.
Yeah.
It's about reducing risk while staying adaptable. Change is constant, right?
True. Mark Zuckerberg big on having a core mission. How does that focus help?
Having that really clear, strong mission acts like a filter. It guides every decision where time and money go.
Stops you getting sidetracked.
Exactly. It stops resources being spread too thin. Allows for that intense, focused effort needed for, really big, lasting results.
Relentless innovation. Larry Ellison, Steve Jobs, that constant push. How do they keep that going?
For them, innovation isn't like a project with an end date.
Right.
It's baked in. It's a mindset.
Yeah.
Never happy with how things are now.
Always improving.
Always. Fostering a culture where it's okay to experiment, embracing change as just the way things are.
So it seems like underneath it all, real lasting success comes back to creating value for other people.
That's a huge part of it, yes.
Yeah.
When the main goal is genuinely solving problems, serving customers, employees, partners, the financial success often falls naturally. It's about making a real contribution.
And fascinatingly, the simple health stuff keeps appearing. Daily movement, good food, sleep, maybe some mindfulness. Nothing revolutionary there.
Nope. But those basic habits, They're the foundation for everything else. Energy, focus,
Accessible to anyone, really.
totally accessible. And it just highlights how well-being isn't separate from success, it's integral to it.
So the big picture isn't just the money, it's this whole ecosystem of well-being driving success.
Precisely. Your physical health, your mental state, your work, it's all connected.
Okay, so here's something for you, the listener, to think about. Of all these principles we've touched on, which single one feels like it could make the biggest difference in your life right now?
Good question.
And maybe what's just one small, tiny step you could take, even today, to start moving towards that? Something to chew on after we wrap.